and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. I'm so glad you stopped in. I am so excited for Thanksgiving and the holidays, and I want to enjoy the treats just as much as everybody else. I don't want to feel deprived, which I haven't. So today we're going to be making some pumpkin cheesecake swirl muffins. They're 2 points each. It makes 12 servings, and they're loaded with some protein and just super yummy. Let's get started. I'm just so excited. This time of year is awesome. Okay, so what we're going to start with is we're going to put all our wet ingredients in one bowl. All our wet ingredients in one bowl. We're going to be adding a cup of pumpkin puree. Easy for me to say, huh? 2 eggs, a tablespoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of water, and we're just going to give that a quick stir. With the holidays coming, I'm trying to get several videos made today so I don't have to worry about it when I'm doing some holiday baking with my daughter next week. And I have some great news. As of this week, I went to Weight Watchers yesterday. I'm down 66.4 pounds, which means I have 64 pounds to go to get to my goal. So I'm very excited about that. All right, so we're going to just mix that up just a tad just to get it mixed together. Okay, we'll put this aside. We're going to mix. This is the Kodiak Cakes flapjack and waffle mix. And this also has protein in it. So we're going to put 1.5 cups of the Kodiak Cakes mix, 1.5 teaspoons of the pumpkin pie spice, teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to be using 1/3 cup of stevia, and then a teaspoon of baking powder. Give this a little whisk. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I hope you're planning and getting ready to get to be with your family and friends on Thanksgiving holiday. I don't have very many memories when I was a child. We didn't really do a lot at Thanksgiving, but when my children were small, boy, I made a difference. I wanted to have a big fancy meal every time, and family over and things like that, and it's been wonderful ever since. So we're going to just go ahead and mix this together. Put your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients for this recipe. We don't have to beat it. You can just mix it together. When I make muffins, I don't normally, as you guys know, if anybody who's watched me for a while, you can see that I don't usually do this. This is a little bit of a dry muffin mix. I have I put in some silicone liners this time in my muffin tins. All right, I think that's good. I'm going to just give it a little mix with my spatula just to make sure that I didn't leave any dry ingredients on the bottom. Oh, it smells so good with all those spices in here. All right, so I'm going to leave that aside, put this away. All right, and for the cream cheese portion, we have 3 ounces of the third less fat cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 egg yolk. We're going to mix that all together. Now for this part, I am going to use my mixer. And I'm going to get something to, I need a spatula because I want to make sure I get everything incorporated. And you just want this to be nice and smooth. You want that to be nice and smooth, just like this. Now, we're going to be taking, I have my pans lined with my silicone liners. I'm going to fill them about halfway. So I'm going to use my little ice cream kind of scooper, the smaller one. And then if I have extra, then I'll put a little bit more in there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put that down on there. Now squish them in there. This dough is a little bit thick, so it's now we're going to put our cream cheese just right on top, and we're going to kind of swirl it in there. You do this with a knife or a toothpick. And we're just going to kind of mix this in just a little bit, just to give it a swirly look. There's no wrong or right way. We're just kind of giving it a little. These are going to bake for 18 to 20 minutes. We're going to start checking them in 18 just to see how they are because everybody's oven cooks differently. This is just something that if you are worried about what they're having at Thanksgiving or at some gathering you're going to and you're like concerned with what you should be able to eat or count, this is something nice that you can take and you know it's only 2 points. And it's simple to make. Last one. All right, I'm going to put this in our oven and we'll take a look at them in 18 minutes. Okay, we're back. They smell wonderful. So I have cooled them for about 5 minutes. This is how they looked. Still a little warm. I'm going to take them out of the tins and put them on my sheet, my cooling rack. To cool just a little bit more. I always say that I wish you guys could smell them because they are smelling wonderful. Let's cool them. And these are out of this silicone cupcake holders. They come out super easily. They just pop right out. They're still very warm. I think I'm just going to put them on here. I'm going to take them out of here and let them cool. I don't really want them sweating in there. Then we'll taste one, see how they taste. If they taste as good as they smell, we'll be in business. Of course, my coworkers always get to enjoy them. Besides my husband and myself. So this is how they're just a little bit swirled. You can see how they're still pretty warm. But we're going to try one. You can have them warm or room temperature. You can eat them warm or room temperature, either way. Obviously, we're going to eat them warm because we're going to try them right now. Mm. They're not real sweet. They have a really good flavor. Mm. I think they're pretty yummy. Again, I always want to thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank you for joining me on my weight loss journey. I can't express how I feel about that. It's just amazing to me, helps me so much, holds me accountable. If you can please subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when more videos are coming out, that'd be awesome. And until next time, make a fantastic day. Bye.